my name is Emine and thanks for joining me. I'd like to talk to you about one of the properties of alkaline ionized water, and that's the fact that it is a super hydrating water. It actually hydrates us much more deeply than regular water, whether it be tap water or bottled water. Alkaline ionized water actually penetrates our cells more easily. Now, how can this be? So ionization basically is electrolysis. It's putting a small electrical charge on the water that is being fed into it. Water is actually never an H2O molecule on its own. Water actually clusters together. So you have clusters, the molecules actually stick together because they're slightly positive on one side, slightly negative on the other, and positive and negative attracts. So all these water molecules, individual water molecules, are actually clustering together and sticking together to make clusters, sort of like grapes, for example. And now the more water is under pressure, the bigger the clusters are. So water that's coming out of our tap is actually under pressure, right? You turn on the tap, the water comes out, so it's under pressure. Water that's, even if you're drinking source water, that source water is maybe natural, but it has actually gone through an industrial process to get into that bottle. So it's going through the machine that is bottling the water, and there's a pump that's sending that water into the bottle. So what's happening under pressure is those individual H2O molecules are clustering more together than they would in nature. If you think about water that's bouncing off some rocks in a mountain stream, that water has a lot of very small clusters, and that's why some of the mountain streams and the negative ions that are created in some of those retreats in the mountains, that's why the water is so very good for us. So ionization is the next best thing to mountain water from the water cluster point of view. It makes very small, the ionization breaks the bond between those water molecules, and so instead of having very large clusters of 15 or 18 molecules stuck together, you're actually breaking it down to very small clusters of 5 or 6 molecules of water that have a very regular hexagonal shape. And so those smaller molecules can actually penetrate our cell walls much more easily, and so they hydrate much more deeply. They go further into our cells, and they also cleanse us much more effectively, because water is not only important for hydration, but it's also a solvent. It's actually cleaning us continuously. So the smaller those water clusters are, the deeper you're going to cleanse, and the deeper you can actually start to dissolve that accumulated waste that we've accumulated over time. The acidic waste actually starts to slowly get expelled through our natural elimination systems, whether it's through our stool or our urine or our respiration, transpiration. All of those things are helping to eliminate with the much smaller water cluster size. So small water clusters of alkaline ionized water is the third very, very important characteristic that really helps us optimize our body's balance to have a very healthy lifestyle. So it's been great to do this video with you guys, and I hope you'll join us for a few more in this series to learn about alkaline ionized water. Thanks.